by the Agents of Tech, Yale University. All right. So first and foremost, artificial intelligence is one of the most upcoming important topics that has been highly discussed in the whole community, in the whole globe itself. Right. First and foremost, I would touch on the introduction to artificial intelligence. So what is it actually, introduction to artificial intelligence, the artificial intelligence itself? So artificial intelligence is the intelligence demonstrated by machines, unlike the natural intelligence displayed by humans and animals, which involves consciousness and emotionality. All right, continuing to the history of AI. So you guys might be wondering where this artificial intelligence is invented from and when is it actually has invented. And so the idea of inanimate objects coming to life as intelligence being has been around for a long time, whereby the ancient Greeks had myths about robots. So in December 1955, the Herbert Simon and Alan Newell developed the logic theories, the first artificial intelligence program, which eventually would prove 38 of the first 52 theorems in Whitehead and Russell's Principia Mathematica. It is basically regarding some mathematics stuff. And inspired by the success of those two young men, young Dartmouth professor John McCarthy organized a conference in 1956 to gather 20 researchers and explore ways to make a machine that could reason like a human, was capable of abstract thought, problem solving, and self-improvement. It was in his 1955 proposal for this conference where the term artificial intelligence was initiated. And it was at this conference where AI gains its first vision, mission, and also the hype. And continuing to the categorization of artificial intelligence, and there's two types of artificial intelligence, which is weak AI and also strong AI. So weak AI is actually a system designed to carry out one particular job. So weak AI basically a system that includes video games such as an automated chess and personal assistants such as Amazon's Alexa's and Apple series. And you could probably ask the assistant a question and it answers it for you. And also one of the examples more chatbot. And for strong AI, strong artificial intelligence systems are systems that carry on the tasks considered to be human-like. These tend to be more complex and complicated systems. They are programmed to handle situations in which they may be required to solve problems without having a person included. And these kinds of systems can be found in applications like self-driving cars, like the most popular Tesla that have been made by Elon Musk, and also some electrical appliances that has been used in hospital operating systems rooms. And you guys also might be wondering, how does this AI learns from knowing nothing at all and knowing how to differentiate A and also B? And this is actually the process of how human would teach AI into learning a new concept and differentiating things. And the first things is the computers would perceive the world using sensors. For example, you would include sample of speech recognition and also a bunch of data and computer vision. And then for the second step is the agents maintain representations of the world and use them for reasoning. So this is one of the most important part in teaching AI. For example, they would include the whole algorithms and the whole overflow on how this AI would work in real life. And the third step is computers can learn from data, which is, for examples, includes types of machine learnings about a lot of data. It varies a lot. And the last step is the intelligence agents require many types of knowledge to interact naturally with humans. For example, they would interact with digital assistants, chatbots, and robots, and also the nature of consciousness and limitations between AI interaction. Right. Coming up next, which is application of artificial intelligence in daily lives. These are one of the five of the most common application that we use in daily life that we might not even aware of. So the first one is self-driving cars, which I've touched it before, like Tesla, the most easiest examples. And not just that, there has been like for 5 years ago, there has been a new technology that has been used for many continental cars, mostly in the American and European part, where they implement an automated parking system that you can just parking your car by just pressing one button. And then digital assistants, which I've already said before, like Google, Alexa, and Siri for iPhone. And vehicle recognition identification, which is one of the most latest system that has been used mostly in the Arabic countries, most of them in Dubai actually. They would try to implement the AI system inside the CCTV camera when a car passing by the highways to detect a stolen car, or maybe a car that most probably the car that had been stolen before. Yeah. And also robots. This is one of the most easiest examples. And afraid not, AI also have a lot of bad sides from it. And one of it is automation spurt job loss, which is one of the most ultimate concerns in the job market society, whereby it is expected that 40% of the world's jobs will be replaced by robots that are capable of automating tasks. And the second one is privacy violations and weapons automation in war, algorithmic bias caused by bad data, and also deepfakes. And I would like to highlight on the fifth point here, which is deepfakes, because it is one of the most concerning bad sides of AI. As you can see here, this is what deepfakes really are doing right now. This on the left hand side, it is an original picture of a woman, and on the right hand side, it is deepfake into. They basically cut a people's face and implement it on the real person here. And I have a video here. I wanted all of you guys to comment on down below, comment on the chat box to determine either this real Boris Johnson or real person, or is it a deep fake person? Have a look at this video. Yeah. So what do you guys think? Is it really a deep fake videos or a real videos? Yeah, it does looks really real to me too. Yeah, but this is definitely a deep fake video where they implement a system using an professional software that could change a people's face into any other face. And also they have used some voice alteration into into matching the Joris Bonson's original voice so that they can replicate what they wanted to say. Right. Yeah. So that's it. Continuing to the artificial intelligence, there has been a lot of debate going on in this whole community, in this AI community itself. Whether is artificial intelligence a threat to human being or a threat to the whole global world. As AI grows more sophisticated throughout the years, the voices grow louder saying that AI can be a threat to humans, but not for all cases. And we are still in the very early stages. So destructive superintelligence was invented, aka artificial general intelligence, that's created by humans and escapes our control to wreak the havoc. It is also something that might or might not come to realization. So at this point, AI is less of a risk to be a threat. And the second question is, will artificial intelligence surpass our human intelligence in maybe 20 or 30 years next? Maybe, who would have thought? So the answer to this question is really subjective. So AI has significantly seen surpassing a lot of things that humans can do throughout the years, but not for all cases, since AI is not having the main core in humans, which is emotionality and awareness. So AI intelligence is considered as high as a full-grown 5-year-old kids in average. I mean, the IQ of an AI is basically the same of a full-grown 5-year-old kids. And then on the other hand, some says that AI will definitely surpass human thinking capabilities in the future, but who would have known? All right, but these are some of the examples of some quite not recent, but already had been a long time ago. An event whereby Eric Kasparov joined a whole conference in chess. The best, I mean, like Eric Kasparov is perhaps the greatest chess player in history for almost 2 decades after becoming world champions ever since 1985. However, after an event where he was supposed to have a match with AI chess, Kasparov is best known for losing to a machine. Then after the match, he obviously lost by an AI-made chess. So in 1997, at the heights of his powers, Kasparov was defeated by an IBM supercomputer. If you guys know, IBM is considered as one of the biggest tech company in the world. So the IBM supercomputer called Deep Blue, and the loss sent shock to all over the world. All right, coming up next to one of the examples, actually two of the main examples of latest AI technology system that has been used throughout these 1 to 2 years, especially during this whole pandemic. So the first one is face detection mask. So this is how the face detection mask looks like in CCTV. So basically, face masks have become a part of daily lives in the age of the coronavirus to prevent people from acquiring the coronavirus, respiratory or infectious pathogens into our body. So this face mask detection system was built to detect either a person is wearing a mask or not wearing a mask, as simple as that. All right, and these are the steps on how the AI learns from how to differentiate either a person wearing a mask or not wearing a mask. So basically, the first step is they have to train a face mask detection with mass images. So the first step is to input to gather all data, around 200,000 mask face photos and 1 million of standard face images into a learning data set. So usually the mask recognition deviation rate will be like 5 to 10% after the first round comprehensive learning training. So the second step is they retrain with rejected image. So basically they recompile back all the image, all the rejected image, and they studied why the image was getting rejected before. And then the third step is image differentiation, which once the face mask detector is well trained, we can then move on to loading the mask detector and setting its face detection function and classifying the image as with mask or without a mask. With the field application, the lowest acceptable standard would be like 98% accuracy under 10,000 field of test. And then coming up to the next one, which is the second AI system, which is drowsiness alert system in driving. So this is actually quite new. It has been invented like 2 or 3 weeks ago, which is really fascinating and really useful for us in driving. So this is how it looks like. So they would put like webcam in front of your dashboard and detect your eye state and your mouth state and also your feelings during driving. So basically, driver drowsiness alert is a detection, is a car safety technology which helps prevent accidents caused by driver getting drowsy. So various studies have suggested that around 20% of all road accidents are fatigue related. So basically, there's a webcam, yeah, as you can see right there, USB webcam. Yeah, so this is a simple workflow on how the driver drowsiness alert system is going to detect your own face. So basically, the webcam record your face, and then they will detect your face and eye, and detect your eye state tracking. Either it could be like you are driving happily, maybe you are driving like sadly, and they can probably differentiate all of that. And then after that, if your eye is closed, which is one of the most concerning part, if your eyes is closed, and then it will straight away gives out an alarm, which is an issue warning. And if it's no, it will just going on a loop again. So have a look at this video I found, which is about this project too. And yeah, as easy as that. When you close your eyes during driving, the system will automatically detect it that you are sleeping or drowsy while driving, and the system will automatically pops out an alarm from the webcam itself. And yeah, this is the statistics on driving accidents um, that is caused by drowsiness from a driver in Malaysia, in the whole ASEAN actually, which Malaysia has the third highest fatality rate from road traffic accidents in ASEAN, behind Thailand and also Vietnam. So by comparison, the fatality rates in developed countries, which included in Malaysia, are all in single digits. So there has been no change in the Malaysian fatality rates since 2007. And yeah, that's it. So this is where artificial intelligence comes into place in by implementing the driver drowsiness alert system in car driving. And yeah, AI also consists have in some of the most popular games too. But today I wanted to show one of the games that is probably popular, but I don't think if you guys have ever heard of Akinator before. So yeah, Akinator is a computer game and a mobile app built by a French company called Elokin. And basically, a player needs to think of a character, whether it be real or fictional, like Batman, maybe Will Smith, or maybe your own little sister. So Akinator's goal is to guess either the character is a real or a fictional character. So to guess the character, the player is thinking. Akinator asks a series of questions, and the player can answer with yes, no, don't know, probably, or probably not. So these are some of the questions asked by the Akinator throughout the game, if you guys have ever played before. So I would like to ask for a volunteer among all of you guys who would want to play Akinator with me. So yeah, who would want to play? All right, I see Mandy Song. All right, so I will open up Akinator and we'll see how it works in guessing a character and differentiating either it will be a real or fake character. All right. All right. All right. Mandy Song. All right. Let's play. So, what would you prefer? Is it characters you wanted to guess, or objects, or maybe animals? Um, right, Mandy Song. Um, um, you basically have to choose a character. Maybe it would be a real character or maybe a fake character, and yeah, you basically have to answer based on the question that Akinator asked. I'm supposed to. Yes, yes, it is. All right, characters. Right. Is my character a girl? Is it yes? No? Alright, fine. Don't know. Is your character from a video game? No. Is your character a violinist? No. Is your character real? No. Is your character from an anime? Probably not. Right. Does your character stand on two legs? Right, yes. Right, yes. Is character a female? No. Does your character speak Japanese? Yes. Is your character black hat? No. Does your character go to school? No. Is your character bad? No. Does your character fight with a sword? No. Is your character in the group called Pentagon? No. Does your character fight? No. Does your character have spikes on its back? No. Has your character sung a famous song before? No. Is your character a human being? No. Alright. Is your character from Sophia the First? No. Does your character wear clothes? No. Alright. Does your character love honey? Does the name of your character appear in the title of a movie? Yes. Alright. Does your character carry an umbrella? Yes. Is it Toronto? Alright, yeah. That basically proves the point that Akinator is really great at guessing. Yeah. 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 So yeah, this is basically what Akinators do. They actually gathers all the data on Google and probably the whole internet, and it caters into a different portion of data, and then it would ask you a bunch of different of questions based on the answer that you would give to Akinator, and he would assign them according to its own data set, and it will shrink when the question increases into the end. So most probably it would be Akinator would guess 90% of the game accurately. So yeah. Well, I think wait, I'm going to present my PowerPoint again. AI is just a bunch of if statements. Change my mind. Yeah, it could probably be like that. Yeah, with loops. All right. Wait. Well, I think that's it pretty much for this AI awareness workshop. Well, yeah, I think it has been quite a pretty short workshop actually, because I was actually wanted to show you guys about one of the things that I've developed before, but it is just not working at this time. So yeah, thank you very much for coming for this workshop. And any of you guys have questions? Any questions? Maybe I would wait like 5 minutes. Which is better for machine learning, Python or R? As for now, Python is dominating the whole world by its own, specifically in machine learning and AI. So Python is considered as one of the most preferred machine learning language. Right? Any other questions? All right. I guess there's no more question from you guys. So these are some of the platforms for courses, and also extended reading, which I would copy paste it in the chat box. The first one you see is PyImage search, which is conducted by Adrian Rosbrock, which is famously known in the AI society because he's been building a lot of AI system, such as the driving drowsiness alert system. He actually built and invented that. So you guys can probably do an extended reading if you guys have any interest in it. He is the driver, definitely. Yeah, he's the driver. So he also invented the whole system itself. And this one, and also this one is a course. It's a very simple course. It is meant for beginners. You guys can check it out at Coursera, which is held by IBM. You guys can also get a professional certificate from it. The course called IBM Applied AI. So yeah, I think this Coursera course also going to help you a lot in the future, in job market. And yeah, you guys can scan this QR code to give out feedbacks to the agents of tech and how this AI workshop has been going on for you. Some of the AI systems you guys can check out are Luis.ai, TensorFlow, IBM Watson, and Flywheels. Yeah. Yep. Do scan this QR code. Will AI take over the cybersecurity department? Unfortunately, of course, I don't have this right specialties to answer this question accurately. But as far as I'm concerned, that AI, as I was saying before, the AI is basically the same. The IQ of an AI is basically the same as a 5 years old kid. So AI wouldn't have like emotional intelligence, which is we humans are the only one who have it. So yeah, that's it. That's one of the cons of AI lah. I meant what differentiates taking AI from taking just CS. Is it about the degree course or what? Nalita Fibrous? Oh yeah, as far as I'm concerned, in Taylor's, the second years you should you should choose either of these three: mobile application, AI, and also not AI, is it cybersecurity and also data science. So you would be choosing either of these three to further your studies in the second year of Taylor's degree. I believe that deep learning will truly be a game changer. Yes, I think it is. It would definitely dominate the world and also surpasses human intelligence, but not by 100%, if you know what I mean. Like maybe just there's a limit, maybe until at 90%, they would surpass a human intelligence. How some translators use the AI systems? Do you mean a Google Translate, or basically a language translator system? Is that right, Afif Razam?